in India. And among those, one once said, equality before law cannot exist in a nation where law itself wears different faces for different fates. That one unknown person uttered a truth we all feel deeply. The need for fairness, the dream of one nation under one law. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to one and all present here. Today I, contestant number 4, stand before you to speak on a topic tied to the very soul of India. Uniform Civil Code is a step toward oneness, national development and inclusive growth. Before I speak of the UCC and its implementation, I want to ask you, should one be blinded by their religion that they ignore injustice, or should one look at their own country and ask for equality for all? UCC is not just a mere law. It's a chance to burn the veil that has divided us. Marriage, divorce, inheritance, these deeply personal matters have long been ruled by personal laws, twisted by power and patriarchy. UCC aims to bring justice, one code for all, yet its opponent died religious freedom. But I ask, is it freedom when a young girl is denied of her rightful inheritance because of her faith? Or is it freedom when a woman's consent is disregarded no matter of marriage or divorce? Religious personal laws, while sacred to some, often silence others. UCC does not attack religion. It demands that we place human rights before religious dogma, equality before tradition, and citizenship before beliefs. Justice must be the only religion the state should follow. A nation that tolerates inequality under the name of religious freedom is not a democracy, it's a theocracy pretending to be one. Even the very idea of UCC is being misused today. Twisted to serve politics, not people. There's no effort to consult women, workers, oppressed for what freedom truly means to them. Only slogans, votes, headlines. I support UCC, but only if it's done right. Recently, Uttarakhand became the first state to implement UCC. And what we saw was uniform, only in name. Fractured in spirit. They removed the label of illegitimate child and yet treat women and minorities as second-class citizens. Bigamy was banned, but patriarchy lives on. Marriage registration is mandatory, but justice for women is still taking a long course. Inheritance laws were updated, but power still inherits privilege. In a country where superstition outrules reasons and taxes feel like punishments, laws alone won't change mind. Only trust and fairness will. So ask yourself, is this Bhagat Singh's India? Is this the India Baba Sahib Ambedkar dreamt of? A nation free from inequality and dying tradition. Keep your hands on your heart and ask yourself, isn't UCC the need of every citizen? From a man on a railway platform to a billionaire who owns it. Shouldn't the law be equal for all? And if the answer is yes, then let us roar from the mountains of north to the shores of south. One India, one law, one future. And that's the power of our national development. The promise of our future growth. The future of true democracy. Thank you and a wonderful day ahead.
Equality is not about ensuring that everyone is treated the same. It is about making sure that everyone is treated the same. An elated afternoon to esteemed judges, respected teachers, and one and all present here. India freed itself from the shackles of British rule with the hope that one day all its citizens would live in a society governed by equality, justice, and unity. The dream was not only of political independence, but of social harmony, where every individual, regardless of their religion or community, would be treated equally under the law. The implementation of Uniform Civil Code is a crucial step towards realizing that dream. The visionaries of India, including Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the architect of our Constitution, who included Article 44 with an aim that one day when the nation prospers, their vision, their dream.
The topic for today's speech is the Uniform Civil Code is a step towards oneness, national development, and inclusive growth, set in the backdrop of a newly liberated India facing communalism, partisan violence, unemployment, and empty coffers. the need for a unified India was deeply felt. After much deliberation, the Uniform Civil Code, drafted by Ambedkar as Article 44 of the Constitution, proposing to displace the personal laws, could not become a law for the lack of consensus, but remained as a directive principle of the state. Uttarakhand was the first state to implement the Uniform Civil Code in January 2025, keeping live-in relationships, divorce, polygamy and child marriage in mind. The Shah Bano case in 1985 brought up the need for a rethink.
A constitution that guides us, a nation that unites us any day, the laws that divide us. Good afternoon, everyone. This is participant number 7, stands before you, not to just speak as a student, but to speak as the voice of the future of India that dares to be truly equal and one. And the part to that is the Uniform Civil Code, the UCC, and succession. In India, these personal matters were often governed by customary laws or religious scriptures. But now, things are changing. We proudly call ourselves sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, but peel the layers of this grand identity, we start to
Belong a nation with 1.4 billion of hearts, hundreds of faiths, and one constitution. It means we are miraculous ocean. Where temples, mosques, churches, and gurudwaras lie side by side, but yet the same tricolor flutter all about them. But I should ask, can we say we are united, but where our own laws are divided? Live with dignity there. This is the true example that unity and fairness together is not just an example or a dream. It is a reality. Let us be clear. The UCS is not about the uniformity of culture.
the same soil, under the same flag, protected by the same constitution. But one is allowed to inherit property equally with her brothers, while the other is not. One is free to divorce with dignity, while the other can be abandoned with a single word. One can adopt a child, while the other is denied that basic right. Is this what we call equality? Languages, cultures, all woven together. Currently, different religious communities have their own personal laws in matters like marriages, divorce, inheritance, and adoption. One nation, one law is not just a slogan, it's a necessity for unity and equality. So I ask, do Indian women following the same constitution do not enjoy the same civil rights?
He is going to share my thoughts on the topic UCC. Okay, so today I rise to voice a vision of unity over division, equality over privilege, progress over stagnation. So, what is UCC? UCC is also known as Uniform Civil Code. Uniform Civil Code gives us equality. Like I said, equality over privilege. What does it mean? Privilege means giving someone extra while giving someone less. Okay, so the Uniform Civil Code, it also gives us, we can progress it with higher rates.
When I saw the topic, but I must congratulate all the
Progress carries every citizen together, not divided into narrow lanes of community. Because a nation divided by law can never be united in destiny. That is why justice is the first bridge to development and equality is the first fuel of growth. Because justice brings up the people closer at last. I would like to end by saying, let there be one law unshaken strong, not cleaved by greed nor bent by wrong. Let no widow wait for fairness to come. Let no orphan cry where silence has run. Let Zoya's dream not die in vain. Let Shraddha's tear not be in vain. Let Atul's fight send millions more Let us do one unbroken shore. Thank you.
We become nation builders. Thank you. And I usually am nervous because even though I'm a counselor, I like one-to-one interactions where I can, speak to a child, speak to a student. So today when I was asked to speak to a group, I was not very comfortable. And so I would like to give a very hearty round of applause to all the participants in the competition, because when I started my work in Nainital, the one problem I found among children is that I hope you learn to expand